Imagine traveling at incredible speeds through the Japanese countryside. Your car's wheels barely make contact with the earth. You're actually floating. The world's fastest train, the fabled Maglev bullet trains of Japan, will soon make this surreal experience a reality. The massive Shinkansen train system that has been running in Japan since 1964 is already well known. But when commuter transportation is made available in a few short years, the Maglev will overtake the fastest trains in the world today. Welcome to another episode of High Technology. If you are as curious as I am to know everything about the fastest train on the planet, then you have come to the right video. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you would get updated when another mind-blowing video like this comes up. Ride along as we get on board to unpack the physics behind Japan's famous Maglev bullet train. The Central Japanese Railway business created the superior Maglev train, which is pretty special. It is now known as the fastest train because it travels at a speed of more than 600 kilometers per hour. The name SC Maglev refers to the use of superconducting magnets in this train. The superconducting magnets in this train produce a circulating DC current and a powerful magnetic field for all the time with zero loss after being charged with an exciting current. Let's learn more about the train technology, which has been successfully tested and is expected to surpass existing magnetic levitation technologies by the year 2027. By 2030, the same technology should make it possible to travel from New York City to Washington, D.C. in just an hour. In order to successfully operate the magnetically levitated train, we must accomplish the following three goals: 1. Propel, 2. Levitate, and 3. Guidance. But before we go into the specifics of how the SC Maglev train accomplishes these goals, let's learn more about the superconducting magnets that are the engine of this train. Strong electromagnets are necessary to levitate trains. Higher train speed is the effect of stronger magnets having more lift and propelling force. A regular electromagnet is not able to boost the current value beyond the specific limit due to the heating issue. The temperature of the conductor is dropped below a crucial limit in superconducting electromagnets. Although in the SE Maglev, the electromagnets operate without any power supply. 4 of these superconductors are arranged in a unit with opposing current polarity. The Cyrogenix division uses a lot of electricity. There are so many units attached on both sides of the train's length. Propulsion is the initial task. Propelling the train head is an easy operation. We use a number of common electromagnetics to achieve this. We refer to them as propelling coils, which are positioned inside a guideway, are powered in a different way as indicated. The force that the propulsion coils are exerting on the train's superconducting magnets must next be determined. Please, you may alter the train speed simply by changing the switching of frequency. Let's go on to this technology's most intriguing feature, the levitation of the SC Maglev trains. You might be shocked to learn that the SC Maglev train's levitation is accomplished with the aid of 3 basic powerless coils in the shape of a figure 8. The guideway is lined with several coils that resemble an 8 figure. To comprehend levitation technology, it is important to first grasp how a set of superconducting magnet works. This pair of SE magnets produces a magnetic field that is remarkably similar to that of a long permanent magnet. In order to simplify the study, let's substitute a long bar magnet for this pair. Can you guess what would happen if a bar magnet moves parallel to these figure 8 shaped coils? According to Faraday's law, the fluctuating magnet flux will cause EMF on both loops. Are these EMFs moving in the same way? Please be aware that this coil is twisted. We won't be able to determine the proper course of action until we relax. Since the induced EMFs are obviously in the opposite direction, the net EMF produced by the movement of the bar magnet on this coil is 0, and no current will flow through the loop. In other words, the loop won't be affected by a bar magnet passing through its center. Using this technology, Japanese engineers levitated an object 3.9 inches from the ground. The train cannot levitate when at rest, because it is obvious that the higher the train speed, the larger the levitation force. For startup and low speed operation, the SC Maglev train runs on regular tires. The tires retract until the train reaches a threshold speed, at which point the electromagnetic force is sufficient to cause the train to levitate. The issue of train guidance is next. Guidance refers to the train's constant centering and its ability to move without running into sidewalls. It should, in other words, attain lateral stability. The figure 8 shaped coil coils that we previously observed are connected as shown by the Japanese engineers to easily attain this stability. The induced EMFs on the right and left coils will be equal if the train is in the middle, and there won't be any current flowing through the interconnecting coils. However, if the train has shifted slightly to the right, the ensuing EMF difference between the right and left coils will result in a current flow via the interconnecting coils. The pole strength of each loop will be significantly impacted by the current flow through the connecting coils, which will also have a significant impact on the current flow in both bottom loops. Now, let's examine the forces affecting the train. Although a net horizontal component develops towards the left, forcing the train to move back to the center, the vertical components of the forces stay unchanged, as can be seen. The currents in the connecting loops weaken as the train approaches the center, and eventually the horizontal component of the force vanishes. What a simple yet clever system for stabilizing the train. You may have inferred from the discussion so far that a significant quantity of electrical power is needed to operate the train's cryogenic system and other electrical equipment. How can you supply such a fast train with electricity? For this, the Central Japan Railway employed an approach known as inductive power gathering. Electricity is transferred from the ground coils to the power collection coil in the train, here via the electromagnetic induction method without any physical touch. Passengers may experience health risks from the superconducting magnet's powerful magnetic field. Magnetic shields are placed on the rolling stock and passenger boarding facilities to prevent this undesirable effect, maintaining the magnetic field strength below IC and IRP limits. On the Yamanashi Maglev test line, test runs of SE Maglev trains started in 1997. The test rides were quite successful and proceeded without a break for 10 years in a row. During this time, a speed of 603 km per hour was set as a world record. The Japanese government was inspired by these overwhelmingly good findings and gave authorization for commercial SE Maglev operations between Tokyo and Nagoya by the year 2027. With additional SE Maglev trains to follow, the technology of the SE Maglev train is based on the bizarre and wonderful phenomena of superconductivity. Even though the Maglev now holds the world records, it will face competition. Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, has suggested selling the technology to America in order to construct a Maglev line between New York and Washington. Likewise, preparations are being made for a Hyperloop train line that will run through California, USA from Los Angeles to San Francisco and have a top speed of more than 700 miles per hour. The Shinkansen Maglev line is where Japanese residents and visitors alike place their hopes for high speeds in the interim. What are your thoughts about ST Maglev? Do you think other countries can top Japan's fastest bullet train's performance? Will this be the beginning of a greater transportation vehicle system in the future? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't spare us the like and hit that subscribe button together with the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming insightful videos. Once again, this has been High Technology, serving you the best and cutting-edge contents on the highest form of technology available on the planet. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.